Hello everyone, welcome to another lecture on C programming. In the last representation, we have discussed about conditional statement. Okay, so in today's lecture, we're going to talk about looping statement. So there are three type of loop in C programming: while loop, do while loop, and for loop. Okay, so let's first discuss what are looping statements. So basically, looping statements are the statements execute one or more statement repeatedly several number of times, and where conditional statements execute only one statement, okay, at one time. So that is the basic difference between looping statement and a conditional statement. Okay. So there are three types of loops in C programming: while loop, do while loop, and a for loop. Where while loop and for loop are the entry control loop, and the do while loop are the is the sorry exit control loop. And here we're gonna first understand what is the basic structure of a while loop and how basically it works. Okay, so here this is the basic structure of a while loop. Already you have familiar with a conditional statement, that is a statement having relational operators. So here also a while loop. First of all, while is a keyword and that has some meaning and is used for conditional statement, that is sorry looping statement. Okay, so as you have already seen in a if statement, else statement, there is a condition. So same way we have also a condition here. Okay, that is a conditional statement, and every time when loop runs it checks its condition. Okay, if the condition is true. Okay, so if the condition is true, so here suppose there is some conditional statements has written here. Here suppose it is written here, value should be greater than 0. Okay, and that is written here. If that condition is true, that means you enter in the while loop, and after that all the statements will execute it. Okay, so that is basically while loop works. And when the statement will execute it, then after you increment or decrement the value inside that condition. Okay, and that after when the value is increase or decrease, then again, okay, then again you check the condition in the while loop and again check the condition. If that is true, then again it will run it will execute all the statements. Okay, and again increment or decrement depending upon your requirements. Okay, and again it check the condition. That is basically a while loop works. And when this while loop will stop, so when this condition is false, when that condition is false, so when again you increment the value or decrement, then if that condition is false, okay, that is if this condition, suppose this condition is false here, and when that condition is false, that means you will not enter in this loop. Okay, so you just go outside for the loop. That is the next statement after a while loop will execute it. So this is the basic structure of a while loop. So let's first write some program to understand while loop, a basic program. Okay, so here I have already created a file name as a loop.c. So we first write h include studio.h. Okay, and then after main function and write a return 0 for better practice. Okay, now we're gonna print the data from 5 to 1. Okay, using a while loop. So we have already taken a value int a is equal to 5, and here we have to print data from 5 to 1 using while loop. So first we have to write a while loop and a conditional statement. So here you will write a conditional statement. You don't know what is that conditional statements. After that you have to write a block, and you have to write some statement and some increment or decrement. Okay, so first condition is that here you have a value is 5. Okay, and you want to print value from 5 to 1, that is first 5, then 4, that is 3, and 2, then 1. So you can notice here that the value is decreasing, and the value is greater than 0. So you can write a condition here, the value of a should be greater than 0. And now, if that condition is true, the statement inside the while loop will execute it. So here just write the statement as a printf %d, okay, put a double quotes, %d space, comma, the value of a, and put a semicolon. And here you have to write increment or decrement. Okay, so you have to increase or decrease the value. Since you want to print the data from 5 to 1, so here you have to decrease, so decrement. So you have to decrease the value of 5 from 5 to 4, 4 to 3. That is, the value of a will decrease as a is equal to a minus 1. That is decreasing by 1. Okay, so now again save this file and run this C program. Okay, so this is the value 54321. Okay, and now you can see that the value will print as added. So this is basic structure of a while loop. Here you don't need to write every time for when you increase or decrease the value by 1, that time you have to use a predefined operator, that is increment or decrement operator. Okay, so we will discuss about increment or decrement operator in operators chapter in detail, so don't worry about that. So here just write a minus minus. Okay, so here a minus minus is equivalent to a is equal to a minus 1. Here first the value will decrease by 1 and that will assign it to a. Okay, so a minus minus, here minus minus is a decrement operator. Okay, and it will print the value same. Okay, again run this C program. So here you can see that 54321, okay, the same value. So this is a basic structure of a while loop. Okay, now understand the do while loop structure. Okay, so in do while loop, this is the basic structure of a do while statement. Okay, do while loop. So in do while loop, what will happen? First, we check the statement. Okay, so inside when you write the do while loop, so you already enter inside the loop. Okay, for first time, you have already entered inside the loop for the first time and execute the statement, and after that you increment or decrement the value. Okay, with your requirements. Then after you will check the condition, and again if that condition is true, that means it will, if this condition is true, okay, and again this will enter inside the loop. Okay, first it has already entered and after that it will check the condition, and again all the statement will executed, and after that increment or decrement. Okay, and where, and again sorry, again it will check the condition, and suppose if that condition is false, that means it will left the loop. Okay, and here the next statement will execute it. So in a do while loop, the loop will runs for a single time at least, but in a while loop it will not run, it cannot be run at least once. Okay, so let's see by some programs. Now understand how can you print the value of a from 5 to 1 using a do while loop. Okay, I'm just gonna delete this. Okay, now first we have to write a do, and here already a structure has created for a do while loop. So here do is a keyword and also while is a keyword, and here you have to write the statement inside this block, and here you have to write a condition. Okay, so first write a statement that you have to print the value of a. So a printf, then %d, that is a value of a is equal to %d. Okay, and just write a backslash n, because you have to print every single value in a new line, a, and put a semicolon. And now increment or decrement. So here you want to print the value from 5 to 1, that is you have to just write a decrement. Okay, so you have already seen about decrement operator. How can you print the value from 5 to 1? Now here I'm gonna say you that just print the value from 5 to 10. So we're gonna increment the value. Same way a plus plus. That means a is equal to a plus 1. So this is a increment operator. This is an increment operator. You increase the value of a by 1. Okay, so we will discuss about operators chapters in operator chapters about increment or decrement operator. Okay, so here we have to just write a condition. So just focus that here you have to print value from 5 to 10. That means the value should not be greater than 10. That is, it should be less than or equal to 10. Okay, so that is the condition. So you have to print the value up to 10. So from 5 to 10. Okay, so just save this C program and run this. Okay, so here you can see that value of a is equal to 5, a is equal to 6, a is equal to 7 up to 10. Now here, what is the basic difference between a while loop or a do while loop? So first I'm going to delete this do while loop and a while loop. Okay, so here now I'm just gonna write a program to print a table. Okay, so I'm gonna first zoom in. So for writing for loop, we have to just write for keyword and block, and after that a block of for loop. And here we have to initialize a value. Okay, so you can practice that here you can initialize a value. So you're gonna just print a table of 5. Okay, so that is a program using a for loop. And suppose since you want to print a table, so you have to multiply 5 with 1. That is a logic that 5 with 1, and after that 5 with 2, and after that 5 with 3, and so on. That is value is 5, 10, 15, and in this way up to 50. So here you can see that the value of 5 was same, but the next value is increases, that is from 1 to 3. So here for this value I'm just use another variable like that is num or n something. Okay, so I'm just use a variable name n. And here in the side of for loop, what we have to do, we first initialize the value of n is equal to 1. Okay, that is the initialization part, and after that put a semicolon. And here you have to just write, you have to just print the value of 5 up to 10, that is 50. So the value of n should be less than or equal to 10. That is a condition check. Okay, and here you can see that the value of 1 is increases from 1 to 10. So here I am just gonna write n plus plus. That is your increment. That is the increment of n. Okay, the increment operator, that is equivalent to, here n plus plus is equivalent to n is equal to and n plus 1. Okay, that is the thing. You can see that means n is equal to n plus 1, n plus plus. Okay, so I'm gonna discuss in detail about increment, because further the increment or decrement operators are classified as a post increment and a pre increment. Okay, so this is the basic structure inside of for loop. First initialization, then condition, here this is condition, after that increment or decrement, and here you have to just print a table. So for printing table you have to write a printf statement, and here what you're gonna write, you just gonna write the value of a, that is 5, and with multiply with n. Okay, and that is the value. So so okay, so that is you have to print the value of a star n. Okay, how can you print that? Just write %d and here a star n. Okay, and here you put a semicolon and a backslash. So you can see that the value will print as 5, 10, okay, 15 using a for loop. So I'm gonna save this C program and run this. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 up to 50. So this is a table of 5. Okay. So using a for loop you can easily write this program, and this is a homework for you that write a table of 5, 6, 7 using while loop and a do while loop. Also you can use a for loop. Okay. And you can improve this program in such a way that just write here a, okay, so percent d equal to, okay, you just multiply with 5 into 1. Okay, so I'm just write here percent d, that is a multiplied with percent d, that is equal to 1. So here just write a comma n. Okay, that that looks more. Okay, so this is 5 into 1 is equal to 5, 5 into 2 is equal to 10 up to 50. So this is about a for loop. So you have familiar with while loop, do while loop and a for loop. And guys, these things are very important in C programming. So you have a better command, you have a very good command on for loop, because in various programs you have to use different kind of loops. So these are some basic programs to understand loop. Once you understand about loop, about for loop or while loop, then you can practice various programs. Okay, so we will discuss about the infinite loop. What is the meaning of infinite loop? Okay, so suppose if the statement is always true, that condition is always true, that means the statement will execute it infinite times. So that is the infinite loop we will discuss. So first write some basic programs using these loops, while loop, do while loop and a for loop. After that we will discuss some nested loops and also about infinite loop, and we will print some patterns using loop. Okay, so thanks for watching, and if you like the video on C programming, so please do subscribe the channel.